In this video, we will see how we can use ShipMagic app to set up per item shipping rates in Shopify. Let's consider the following scenario. We have two zones, India and international, in our Shopify store, and we also have two products, product A and product B. So for product A, when it ships to India, we want to charge a shipping rate of rupees 10 per item. So if two product A's are shipping to India, then the shipping rate would be 20. Similarly, product A, when it ships to international, is rupees 50 per item, and for product B, the rates are, when it's shipping to India, it's rupees 15 per item and rupees 70 per item when it's shipping to international. So let's see how we can set up this configuration in Shopify. The first thing that we need to do is go into Shopify settings and then into shipping and delivery, then into the general profile. In general profile, we need to create the zones that we want to set up the shipping for. So I want to set up the shipping for India zone and international. So I would need to create the zones India and international here. So for this particular video, I have already created the zone here. If you don't have it created, please create the zones. Once you have created the zones, you can go into the ShipMagic app and then into the settings. In the settings, you have to click on the syncing shipping zones button and just wait for 15-20 seconds and then refresh the page. Once you refresh the page, you will see the updated status of the syncing. So you can see that the loader has stopped and the last sync timestamp has been updated. So once this is done, you can go into the shipping rates and we can move ahead to create our first rule for shipping. So let's go into add rule. So before actually setting up any of the values, I would want to show you the different product attributes that you can use to create conditions. So we want to create separate conditions for product A and product B. So you can use any of these product attributes listed here to create rules for product A and product B. So for example, if you want to use product title, then you can use it like product title equals whatever is the product title of your product, and then create the shipping rates for add the shipping rates in the zones for that particular product. For this particular example, I'm going to be using product tag. So I already have two products, the archived snowboard and the collection snowboard hydrogen. So I'm going to use these two products as my product A and B. This is product A, the archived snowboard, and this is product B. So we'll go into the archive product and you can see that I have already added a tag of called product A to these product. Similarly, in the collection snowboard, I have already added the tag product B to this product. So we are going to use that. Just remember that if you are planning to use product tag, then you actually need to go into the settings and sync the products also. So again, just like we did for shipping zones, wait for a minute and then refresh the page. You should see the syncing has stopped. You should see that the syncing has stopped and the last sync timestamp has been updated. It might take a while depending on the number of products that you have in your store, but once that is done, you can go into shipping rates and then again we can start creating the rule. So let's create a rule for product A. The priority will be 1, the status active, and exclusivity will be inexclusive. We'll move on to the conditions. So product tag equals product A, which is the tag which I added to product A, and we can add the rates for individual zones here. So let's click on add rate. We will keep the name as standard delivery, and then in the calculation parameter we have to choose the parameter as number of items. The rate type will be incremental. Now, so the base price is the price that will be charged for the first product. So in our case, the base price is going to be 10, because even for the first product, the price that we want to charge is 10. The incremental price is the price by which you want to increase the shipping price. So in our case, that is also 10. And per each is the amount for which you want to increase the price. So in our case, we want to increase the price for every product. So per each will be 1. So essentially what this means is that the price for the first product is 10. The price is going to increase by 10 for every additional product starting from the second product. So this is what this means. Now let's say that you have a condition that you want to increase the price by 5 from the second product onwards. So in that case, you change the incremental price to 5. Now there might also be a case that you want to have a base price of 10, but you want to increase the price by 5 starting from the first product itself. So if that is the case, in that case you use the optional field of start from and enter the value as 0. By default this value is 1. So you if you have a use case like that, you can use these fields. But coming back to our case, we don't have any such use cases. We want to increase it by 10 every time for every product. So we'll just set up this the rate like this and click on done. Now similarly, we want to set up the use case, we want to set up the rates for international zone. So again, number of items, incremental type, base price is 50, incremental type is 50, and per each is 1, because we want to charge rupees 50 per item for product A for international zone. So this is done. Let's click on save. Let's add another rule for product B. Priority will be 2. Leave this as it is. Product tag equals product B, India zone, standard, delivery. So one thing to note here is that if you want to add the you have to ensure that the rate name that you have used here is exactly same as the one that you have used in the previous rule. This is because if you want to add up the shipping rates across 2 rules, then the shipping rate name needs to be exactly same. So for example, if we are shipping one product A and one product B to India together, then we want the shipping price to be 10 plus 5 15. So across 2 rules, if we want the rates to add up, then we need to have the rate names as exactly the same. So just make sure to use the exact same name across both the rules, and then we can set up the shipping rate as we have done for the earlier rule. Delivery calculation parameter is number of items, incremental base price is 70 per each one, incremental price is 70. Let's click on done. I think this is good to go. Let's click on save. One final thing to note is that when you go into the settings, ensure that the blending has been switched, the blending is selected to add rates, and you do not have any max limit set up. So once this is done, click on save. Okay, now I think we are good to go. Let's test this on our checkout page. As you can see on the app's home page, that shipping rates is in test mode. The app is currently running in test mode. So when this is happening, you have to use the first name as ShipMagic on the checkout page to actually test the rates. So let's go into the app. I've already added 3 products of the archive snowboard and 4 products of the collection snowboard. So essentially 3 product A's and 4 product B's to my cart. And let's click on checkout. Let's refresh the rates. So as you can see that I have added the first name as ShipMagic. You have to use the name as ShipMagic, all small letters, when the app is in test mode, and then when you enter any random Indian address, basically what you see is the shipping rate. So if I have 3 product A's, that means 3 into 10 30 rupees, and 4 product B's, which is 4 into 15 60 rupees. So 30 plus 60 equals to 90. So this is what we are seeing as the checkout as the rate on the checkout page. Now let's consider an additional condition. Let's say I have a condition that the maximum rate should be rupees 50. So what this means is that I am attaching a maximum cap on the addition of the rate. So for example, if I have 5 product A's in the cart which are shipping to India, then the rate is 5 into 10, 50 rupees, which is fine. But if I have 6 product A's in the cart which are shipping to India, then the price will not be 6 into 10, 60 rupees, because we have a maximum cap of 50. So whenever this happens, the rate will be 50 rupees. So let's see how we can set up a maximum cap for the rate. We need to go into the app and then into settings again. We will click toggle on this, which is set maximum limits while adding rates, and we have to enter the name of the rate here, which is standard delivery, and then set the maximum limit here, so 50. So now let's see the effect on the checkout page. So one thing to note here is that whenever you are making any changes in the app and you want to immediately test it on the checkout page, use a slightly different address to test the rates. Otherwise you will keep seeing cash rates on the checkout page. For example, if I just refresh the page now, I'll keep seeing the older 90 rupees rate. What I actually need to do is I need to change the address a little bit. So I just prefer to change the pin code, and you can see that I can see the new rates are being reflected. So because we had set up the maximum cap, even though the rate should amount to 90 rupees, we are only seeing 50 rupees at the rate as the rate. If I go to the cart and delete this, and now I check out, as the 3 products the shipping rate should be 30, and as 30 is below our threshold, I am seeing the shipping rate as rupees 30. So this is how you can use ShipMagic app to set up per item rates. Once you're happy with the testing, you want to put the app in live mode, you can go into the billing section and subscribe to the pro plan. After you subscribe to the pro plan, you can go into the settings and switch on the shipping rates toggle here, and then click on save. Once you do that, the shipping rates will become live for all your customers, and you won't need to use the first name as ShipMagic to see the rates from ShipMagic app. If you have any questions or any issues while setting up the app, you can feel free to reach out to us by clicking on this live chat icon here, and we would be more than happy to help you set up the app. Thank you.